Well, hello everybody, and welcome back here on Bergmann. Oh, it looks like the rooster is squaring up to the duck here. But chickens and ducks and everything seem to have settled in very well here on the farm. We are into April. It is getting a little bit warmer. It's not super warm, but the animals seem quite happy rooting around upstairs. I've just brought in some bread for the shop, and I'm now gonna have a look here and see. We have some eggs. Okay, it's not quite a full box, but I think I will bring it over to the store as well. Delightful to be able to put a little sign up in the window, say we now have farm fresh eggs available in the store as well. That should sell well over the coming weeks. But today is a busy day. We gotta get seeding. Right, that's it, dropped off. Lydia's not in yet, but she'll be here shortly. Yes, as I said, today is a busy day. We gotta get seeding. I'll get the doors opened back up here. Obviously we close things up at night, but we got the seeder sitting in here. I did spend a little bit of time just going over and making sure everything that was needing to be greased has been greased, so that side of things is all good. We now just need to get it hooked up to our tractor. The dealership is open in just a little while from now. I got the eggs sorted out, and I need to get the seeds back out. I did decide to put them back in here after all. I didn't want them sitting outside and starting to get wet, but we should now be okay to bring it over. Just gotta make sure I don't hit the door frame there. Isn't super tall in here, but we'll get that ready as well. I do need to just hop up and check on the goats as well, see how they are doing. And I also meant to swing over by the other yard and have a look. We have a grass field over there. It's still early, but I just want to check that it is actually growing. I don't really need the toolbox with me right now, so I'll put that over here in the corner for now. We can always pick it back up, but let's go and have a look at some goats and some grass. Well, they are looking fine. I'll need to ring a ram up and see if we can get them reproducing, because obviously that's also the time when we'll start getting milk from these goats. So I might need to look into buying a ram, but for now I'm just going to top up their water here. Doesn't need much, and maybe just double check their feed. Yeah, that's looking fine. I don't think we need to add anything extra here today, so we can just be getting on with our other jobs. As I mentioned, I want to have a look at the grass over on the other side of the farm. Unfortunately, we don't have any slurry or anything like that we can put on it, and I don't know, I would be a bit hesitant to put artificial fertilizer out on the grass. Tend to think that should be a slurry job, but obviously we don't have any right now, so we might make do and mend with what we got. But I just want to have a look at it and see what it looks like in general. Actually, I need to look in there because I need to check up on our fertilizer spreader as well. But here we are. This whole big area here is actually looking pretty decent. It is getting some length on it. We could take an early cut maybe after we're done seeding. Yes, I'll need to talk to the young man about that and see what he thinks. I know his background came from a a cattle farm, and they did quite a lot of grass, so it might be beneficial to have a chat to him about that. But first, I'm just gonna have a look. Yeah, our fertilizer spreader is sitting here, but it's in behind the mower, but it's all in good nick. It got cleaned off really well last year, so it's ready to use. I need to hook it up to a tractor, and we want to try and get some fertilizing going. If we had more people, ideally at the same time as the seeding, but failing that, I'm going to be spending quite a lot of hours both seeding and fertilizing over this period here. But after all, that is what I get paid to do. So, let's see. I'm going to take the Gator down to the dealership, and then I can walk down when I go home tonight, and then I can pick up the Gator in the morning, so that when I come back up to the farm tomorrow, I'll be okay. I can use the Gator to get back up instead of my own little moped thing. They should have it ready, and we're getting to the time when they're opening up anyway, so that shouldn't be a problem. Here's our Fent. I'll go in and I'll pay for the parts. Good morning. How are we doing? What was it I owed you? 300 euros? Okay. Right. There you go. It's all gone through, yeah? Okay, thank you. Well, I'll go and get the tractor now. I need it for some seeding. Bye. Oh, while I'm here, I meant to ask about a log lifter for a front loader. What would that cost, and do I need to order it in? I see, 800, okay. And do you have any kind of winch systems? Yes, I realized that would be a bit more expensive, but okay. You're gonna send me a text with a quote on that. Yeah, no, that sounds good. I would very much appreciate it. Goodbye. Well, they're very helpful. It seems like they were going to look something up on the model of kind of forestry winch that we might be able to get. But here we are. It looks like the guys are still having their morning coffee, but I'm gonna get back in. Ah, yes. No alarms anymore. That is excellent. Oh, I realize how frightfully dirty this tractor is actually. But it's going straight back to the field for more work, so we better get going. No time to waste. We have decent conditions today, so let's get the rye seed in the ground first. That is our biggest field to deal with, so I want to get going on that. It's going to take a good part of the day, and we got more seeding to do as well, and then there's the fertilizer jobs as well, of course. Well, that's us back. The seeder is ready, so I just need to get all the hoses connected, and then I need to check that the display system is picking up seeding rates and the right gate settings for seed sizes. Right, okay, that should be all the hoses in now, and I'll just check that. Yeah, display seems correct, and I can open that up. That's perfect, because if we leave that open now and I pull out a bit, we can get a load of seed in here. We're almost certainly going to be needing more seed, that's for sure. But we'll see how far we get with the 2 bags we got. The one at the back is always a little bit more awkward to get down, but I got it now. Right. so we got seed in here, we got seed ready here, but I would like to be able to take the seed over to the field if it became necessary. And generally speaking, if I need to pick up more seed from the store. So what I'm gonna do, just quite quickly here before we get going, we have a trailer that's quite configurable over here. It's Stoutman, and I'm gonna bring that into the workshop, and then we can get the sides taken off it, and then we can actually use it as a flatbed trailer while we do that. It shouldn't take long. They're fairly easy mount and unmount. They just kind of clip in. Right, there we go. Got it all flattened off. As you can see, we just got these clip-in points here, which is quite handy. So that's ready. We can actually put the seed bag onto it. Since we're not going too far, this isn't a big problem for me to do, although I will have to go back and forth a couple of times because obviously we'll need the Kramer here for the loading on and off of the seed, but it also means that we can run down to the shop. They've got a forklift that will be able to lift the bags onto the flatbed, so we can pick up a couple of bags of seed and fertilizer. But we'll hold off until we have used off what we got here. So I'm just going to bring this over to the field first, then we'll come back and get the seeder, and then I'll probably be seeding until lunchtime. I can walk over and I can bring the crane up so we can get seeds refilled around that time. But the field that I'm going to be seeding today is just up here. We got a little area here that we sometimes use for cattle, but it's right up at the back of here. A rather large field here, and this is where we are going to be working today. So I'm going to put the seed trailer down a little bit here, like so. Park it up, and then I'll walk back and I'll be getting our fent, and hopefully the repairs are working out okay. It seems so far. We haven't had any false alarms or issues with the hydraulic. Right, back we are. Gosh, it's almost 10 o'clock already. I really don't know where the time's going. I do feel a little bit conscious that this tractor is very dirty, but we'll get it washed up after we finish seeding, and then it'll have a little bit of a rest, I reckon. Can use some of the other tractors for mowing and fertilizing, and obviously also the forestry work, which I need to be getting on with, but only once I actually know what the price is going to be on that winch, and I know it's going to be 800 for the fork, so that is fine. Right, now I just need to start over here, get the controls going. Good. The seeder is running. Let's just test the first little strip, and then we'll get out and we'll see if it looks like we got the right depth set here, if I don't drive right up into the grass bank here. But we are seeding rye, so I'm just going to do a little bit here. We want to make sure that the seed are coming out at an even rate and are getting dug in enough, so I reckon this should be enough to begin with. So we'll just stop here for a moment, and I'll hop out. I got my little seed measurement tool here. Let's have a look, see. Yeah, I'm not seeing seeds lying underground, so that's good. And let me see, yeah, it's not going in too deep either, so that's looking pretty decent. Looks like we got the right pressure to distribute them, we got the right depth set, so we are good to carry on. Have a rather large field to be getting on with here. almost coming up to lunchtime here, and there's only a little bit of seed left now in the drill, and I'm over the far end of the field, so I'll see if I got enough for one leg back here, and then I'll head over, we'll walk down, get some lunch, then we'll get the Kramer out, we'll fill the seeder, but I think then we'll head down to the store and get some extra seed and fertilizer. It's going to be a bit of a big bill, but we are going to be needing it. We've obviously, what are we? Probably about a third through this field, and we've used up the first big bag of seed, so we need to definitely get some more, as we got another 3 fields after this one to get through. So I reckon we'll get at least 4 bags of seed to begin with. We might even need more than that, but we'll definitely get 4 and another 2 of fertilizer. So yeah, that's going to be a big bill, but I can pull off the field here, and we'll bring the tractor down, and we'll park it up over close by the seeder for now, and I'll walk down and get myself some lunch. Well, that was nice. It took a little bit longer, but I did manage to make a couple of notes and check some seed prices as well. So we'll get ourselves into the Kramer, get that bag of seed loaded over, and then we can get down to the store, pick up some more. I think this month is going to be quite expensive for the farm, but this is obviously also where we are making the future investment into our harvest, so it is to be expected. Now, it is a lot easier with these bigger bags, although you need the front loader. It's a lot quicker than having to deal with the smaller sacks, so that is quite good. Right, we better get down. I'm not even sure we got enough seed to finish off the field, so we'll get down to the store, and we'll pick up seed. Let's see if we've got room for fertilizer as well, otherwise that will have to be a separate run. But just close up the seed box here on this tractor for now, and then we'll get down to the store with our flatbed here. I managed to squeeze it in a bit between the tree and the cedar here, but we'll get moving. So this smaller Fendt tractor is in some ways a bit of a curious machine to have on the farm. It's very convenient, it's very handy, it's good for running around in, but a couple of years ago the doctor had great plans that he wanted to modernize the whole farm, and well, he bought in the 2 newer Fendt tractors. We didn't actually get rid of any old machines. He just bought in some extra ones, and well, I mean the doctor is a very nice man, very friendly and everything like that, but I don't think his planning is really cut out for farming, and he doesn't seem terribly interested in the economics, as long as there is money to spend, I guess, but that might be a problem in the long run if we don't pay attention to what's going on. Anyway, I'm here. The machine store does have the forklift there that we can use to load them on, so I'll just come and talk to them and see where they're going to put them. Hello. Alright, straps ratcheted all the way down. This was not easy. Even with the highest reach on the forklift here, it took quite a lot of effort, but still, it's very convenient to have this available to use here at the shop, rather than us having to bring down something every time we want to load onto a trailer or such like. So I better get back up to the field. Back at the field, now we've got plenty of seed, but we also got a lot of work ahead of us, and it's already coming up to 2:30 in the afternoon, so I'm gonna head back down to the line I was working on before and pick up from there, but I think it might be a bit late tonight before I finish up. There's a lot to do here, and well, I think tomorrow is gonna be straight on to seeding as well. Get the other fields done. But yes, I think this is me for the rest of the afternoon. Carrying on, getting more seeding done. I've had no time really to look into the wood business other than our inquiry this morning. They didn't seem to have any new information when we were picking up the seeds. So I suspect it may be that it's later on today, hopefully. Since I'm sitting here, I might try and give them a call if we get towards 5 o'clock and I haven't heard from them, and then we'll kind of take it from there, I guess. So it's just gone past 7 o'clock at night, but I am almost done. It is a little bit more bouncy and slippery after the rain came on, but it's not the end of the world. We're still managing reasonably okay. I was out checking behind the seeder, and there's a little bit of clumping, but it's been a while since we've had rain, so the ground seems to soak it away reasonably okay. It's a good thing that we're getting to the end, because I think it is starting to get a bit problematic down here, but I have to keep an eye on this corner, see if there's any issues later on in the year, but I think I'm doing okay here, and I'm not far off. At least with the third bag almost halfway through, we are pretty much there, so that means we've used about 5,000 liters of seed on this field. That's a fair bit, but yeah, it is the biggest field here on Bergmann as we stand. I don't think there's any plans to extend the number of fields. We have a fairly large grass field for me to cut soon, and there's these 4 fields, and unless I get more help, either because the young man and Helen will be able to arrive, or they agree that I can hire in some temporary workers, I can't see how we are going to be able to do any more. Obviously, with animals also coming in on the farm, it's generally already quite busy, and I'm starting to feel like I'm behind all the time. But these are some of the most important tasks. Getting the seed in the ground, that is not something we can delay, because there are other priorities. So it's good at least to get the first field finished here. I guess in the ideal world I would have put the fertilizer down first, but we're going to put a sprinkling. I'm going to put a sprinkling on top instead. So I've just got this tiny little strip left now, and then I'm done here. I don't know why I keep seeing we, because it is just me on the farm at the moment, but yeah, maybe wishful thinking. So I'm gonna get this one down and just put under a bit of cover, and given the rain, I'm gonna head back up and get the seed trailer brought down as well. I had really thought about just leaving it up here on the edge of the next field overnight, but given the rain seems to be staying on fairly heavily, I think it might be better if I bring it in. I use the hayloft and barn here, and just basically park them up in here. There's plenty of space. There's nothing I need out other than the cedar and the seeds, so we should be fine to put it here. So I got a bit of a wet walk now, back up. Oh, I forgot, I gotta walk home tonight as well, because the gator is down and I didn't bring up the car, my own little moped car. Anyway, I think Lydia has wrapped up. She's on her bicycle, so she might have gotten a bit wet as well, but she'll be home, and I think she might have dinner on the way. I will check my phone and let her know that I'm running late, so that she knows she can just go ahead and get started. Yeah, so I mean, they're well protected in these bags, but at the same time, I think if it just sits out all the time, it is a kind of plasticky material that protects from water, so it's not a big issue, but I would just prefer to get them under cover at least, so that's one thing that's not gonna keep me awake tonight when I get home and finally get some sleep. But here we go. I'll leave the Kramer up at the field for lifting seed bags. I'll be back on seeding tomorrow. At least I hope that I will be, as long as this downpour doesn't turn into anything worse. But right, better put my hood up, because I've got a long walk home really. I just need to do a quick check around here to make sure. I better close these gates up. Oh, that sounds like thunder. That's not really what I wanted right now. Well, I'm gonna get wet, but we'll get everything closed up here, like so. Oh, Lydia's left the door to the show. Yes, it's all closed up, but she must have forgotten either that or she wanted me to check something, but it's all good now. Right. I'll just go and send her a quick text before I head off. I'm gonna have a long walk home, but that is it for today's work on Hof Bergmann. Thank you everybody for watching. We got a lot of seed in the ground today, so although we do have to drop off the first 6,000 liters of rye to the grain mill to pay for the bags of flour that we've already picked up and used to bake bread. I think we're still on track for getting a decent yield, so we can make more flour and who knows, perhaps even sell a bit of the grain or use it for feed or something like that. But I'm gonna walk on here, and I will see you in the next episode. So from Overcoat Gaming, it's thank you very much for watching, and see you again soon.